Hello, this is Professor 627. What we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about food banks, right? The rise of food bank, you know, what they call the working poor. They got the working poor in the USA, and they got the working poor in the UK. So, we got a situation here now where you have a job, you go to work every day, work 8 hours a day, 9 hours a day, overtime, whatever, but you still can't afford to pay your bills, uh, put food on the table to feed your family, and you can't afford to put petrol in your car or pay a fine for your car. So now we got the situation with the working poor. Now, what's the point of working if you're poor? What's the point of working if you ain't gonna have any money? That's what I'm saying now. So now we got a situation where people, they have to pay their bills, they have to pay their mortgage, they have to pay their rent, right? But they don't have money for food. So now we got a situation where we have the rise of the food bank. Yeah, you can't afford food. People can't afford food. What is this? This kind of thing where people don't have food only happens in war-torn countries. Where there's a war or where there's a famine. So you got a country, this is the UK, yeah, a third world country, a first world country in the G20, and people can't afford food. And we're not talking about a handful of people. We're talking people who have jobs, not drug addicts and people just on welfare and they gambling and they fritter their money away. We're talking about responsible people with jobs and families can't afford food. Now, where's this problem come from? Who's behind this problem? Because I know this problem's been engineered. And what's it all about? Yeah. Now, when Gordon Brown was in power, about 3 years ago, they were talking about food shortages. He was talking about future food shortages. Where does these food shortages come from? How does a food shortage? And what they showed on the TV now, they showed like fields or cornfields or in America, and the crops dying and there's no water. And this is garbage, man. How you trying to tell me in 2013, 2012, whatever it was, yeah, that they can't get water to a field and irrigate the field so the plant can grow? It's garbage, man. All you gotta do is put water on some planes, and as the planes pass over, they release the water, they spray the water, and the plants get water, the plants grow, and we have food. So the fact that they ain't doing this shows me they're trying to engineer this food crisis. Yeah, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to engineer this food crisis because they want a food shortage. Huh? How can you try to tell me they can send a man to the moon and they can do all this stuff and they got satellite in space, but they can't put water on a plane to water a field so some plants can grow, so people have something to eat? They're engineering this problem. Right. What I think they want to do, they're trying to drive us to suicide. That's what I think. You know, soon, we'll have to eat bugs and insects like on those shows. You got all these shows, Big Brother, I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. People eating bugs. What's that all about? I'll tell you what it's about. They're preparing you for a time in the future where you're going to have to eat bugs because there's no meat. Yeah? And to get protein, you're going to have to eat bugs to get meat. That's why it's in this show. That's why they put this stuff in the show to prepare you for a time in the future when you and me, well, not me, but we people gonna have to eat bugs. That's what it's for. It's not just a light entertainment show, and that's what they planning for us. Now what we have here now, we have a situation now where they trying to get rid of God. And they're trying to rise up Satan, Lucifer. That's what's happening. That's why they're doing this. Yeah, that's actually what they do. Yeah, they're getting rid of God, persecuting Christians, and the rise of Lucifer. the rise of evil, the rise of wickedness, the rise of famine. People don't have food. People don't have no future, right? And what's happening now? Here now in the UK now, we got a situation where they talk about some big storm's gonna come. A storm's gonna come today, point 0.8 on whatever they call it, the wind machine. Yeah, so this storm's gonna come and it's gonna be devastating. Yeah, what I believe this be our Hurricane Sandy, and God knows what's gonna happen. You know, they say don't call emergency services unless it's a real important thing because police on standby to deal with the problems they're gonna be. Yeah, tomorrow, the roof might have blown off of my motherfucking house, man. Who knows what's gonna happen? So back to these the food banks. All of a sudden, people don't have food. You're working and you gotta go to a food bank for food. What is this? You're working, but your status is like a refugee. You gotta go and beg somebody for some food, and they're gonna give you spaghetti and a few cans of this and a few cans of that. What is this? In a first world country, yeah, in the G20, people can't afford food, and they gotta go and beg for food, like when we used to see those images of Ethiopia in the 80s. Yeah. What we're going to do? Bob Geldof going to sing another song? Feed the English poor? This is ridiculous, man. Who's behind this? What's behind this, man? And people got to wake up now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what's the point of having a government if the government can't create a situation where people can afford food? You know, you're supposed to have a job. Food is nothing. You don't worry about food. It's nothing. And you're supposed to be saving money for your future. Yeah, maybe that's the clue. Maybe there is no motherfucking future, right? You're supposed to be saving money for your future. Is there a future anymore? Maybe in the New World Order, there is no future. There is no food. Think about it.